I mean, this is what typical bullies look like. And I do think ultimately the Yankees will be fine. Like, big picture, they're going to make the playoffs. And ultimately, as we've been saying all year long, whether they're the first to 50, whether they're, running roughshod over the rest of the American League or doing whatever they're doing, looking like the best team in baseball, they're going to be judged on what they do in the postseason. That still remains true now, even with the rut that they've been in here for the last couple of weeks. However, the big question about the Yankees in the postseason, carrying over from regular season to postseason, they at times, and obviously last year there was no postseason, but at times with this Yankee group, since 2017, you can go back even further, but let's just go since 2017, the then baby Bombers, they have proven to be, year after year, dominant in the regular season and then nothing in the postseason. Bullies in the regular season and then cowards in the postseason. And based on what we've seen already in these last few weeks, there's no reason to believe that it will be any different come October. That's the alarming thing. Boone is right when he says, we'll be okay. I look forward to be looking back on this and saying it's a little blip on the radar. Okay, yeah, that may be true. However, the Yankees are being exposed now. Their flaws for even being a very good team, one of the better teams in all of Major League Baseball, their flaws are being exposed to a point where I can't trust them come October. If you asked me 2 months ago, I still had hesitation, but I was thinking, man, I don't know if this the way that they're battling in the batter's box, the Savages in the box, the starting pitching, while I didn't think it was going to be able to be upheld the way that they were going, still it was really good. And you dream about Garrett Cole coming back and being dominant, along with Luis Gil, who was pitching like one of the best pitchers in baseball. If you had that 1-2 punch going into the postseason, and it's what I was saying a month ago, get us to October now. You want this team right now going to October. Obviously, October's a long ways away, and you're seeing how fragile it can be even with the best of teams. So the Yankees are certainly better than what we've seen the last couple of weeks, but the signs are there that this team, yet again, has a glass jaw. What happens when a bully gets punched in the face? When everything's going right, they look unbeatable. Judge is a beast. Soto's a beast. Volpe playing well. Oh, Verdugo, how do you do? Verdugo was coming up with big hits left and right. Barking like the dogs that they were. Well, guess what? The Yankees are playing like a different type of dog right now. And that's not a good thing for the Yankees. Verdugo, where's that bark? Where's that bark? Or where's the bite? It's not there from this Yankee group right now. And it's not just because Stanton's hurt, because it can't be about one guy being hurt. It's not about Rizzo. Rizzo was doing nothing when he was here anyway. It's all of the above. This group, look at it last night. Last night wasn't on the offense, although we know what the offense is. Outside of Judge and Soto and, sometimes Volpe, it's nothing. It's nothing right now. Nothing. But last night was one of those bully-type players. Carlos Rodon, before he got here, talking tough last year. And so many people, and this is why it's a good thing BT's off today, because I was really going to give it to him. But I'm going to give it to him anyway. He's just not here to take it face-to-face. So many people, like my partner, believed in Rodon after his good start this year. Oh, Rodon has turned the corner. Oh, Rodon, yeah, looking like an all-star. Wrong. Rodon is awful. Last year, before he threw a pitch, he's talking a big game. Oh, I wasn't brought here for the regular season. I'm here for the postseason. That's what we're here to do. Hey, big boy, you're getting paid for the whole year. How about you get your ass out there and go perform? And when he was out there, he got lit up to an embarrassing extent. Not only the antics, the blow and the kiss, all that stuff that went sideways for Rodon a year ago, I could not forget. And now you're seeing why. It's not that easy. When you perform and do things the way that he did them a year ago, that doesn't go away. You don't sweep that under the rug for the next season. This is who Rodon is. He's not cut out for New York. And by the way, he's not very good, period. Look at his career. The aberration has been the All-Star year. The year where his ERA is under 3, though, that's the aberration. That maybe 2 good seasons in his entire career. And a typical bully, when things are going well, Whoa, Rodon, yeah, puffing the chest out. Look good, huh? Look at Rodon. Once he faces some adversity, he can't get out of it. Oh, but he battled last night. Oh, I want to stay in this game, Booney. Send Phil Bickford back to the bullpen. I want to stay in this game. Oh, Rodon, marvelous effort. How could he be trusted? Even if he turns it around the way that he did earlier this season for the majority of his starts. Against the good teams, not forget about that. Like last time he faced Toronto, no good. Faced Baltimore, no good. But everyone wants to get hyped up about the other stuff. Rodon, how are you supposed to trust him? Let's say that he starts to turn things around after his hideous last few outings. Let's say he starts to turn things around. You trust him come postseason? Do you trust Luis Gil come playoff time? Now, remember, the question marks there were not necessarily about Gil's performance, but about him losing some steam. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's got an innings limit for a reason, like coming back off a significant injury, never thrown close to 200 innings. So would you expect that Gil was going to pedal to the metal the rest of the way through October? So if Gil's not going to be what he was, and you can't trust Rodon, you got Marcus Stroman, who's good, but he's a number 3 starter. He's been very good for the Yankees. Do you trust him in the postseason? And I do trust Garrett Cole's going to be a stud, but who the hell knows? The velocity is down. Cole's working his way back up. Yankees make another mistake by even bringing him back up. If you're going to have him work through stuff or try to build his innings up or pitch count up, why are you doing it at the big league level? It's not helping you any. Not against Baltimore, not against the Mets. So that would be where I'd have concerns. The bully Yankees again. What has been a great strength for them, whether it is that starting rotation, whether it was the lineup for months looking like one of the best lineups ever created. How are you going to get these guys out? Where now it's just, I wouldn't pitch to Soto, I wouldn't pitch to Judge, or you can pitch to Soto, but you don't have to pitch to Judge. Certainly, I would never pitch to him. And then everybody else, it's an easy out. They're as easy outs as you could possibly get. Oh, but Stanton's hurt, Al. Yeah, well, he's always hurt. So much so that the Yankees accounted for him being hurt. Or at least they thought they did. They did not build a deep enough lineup. It was top-heavy. Going in, it was top-heavy. And they were hoping to get the reinforcements. But even with the reinforcements like Dominguez is the main one, it still didn't fit properly because it was going to be, then you'd have to take, like let's say Dominguez comes back, you were going to have to take out somebody. You were getting great production from Judge, Soto, Verdugo, Stanton. Where's Dominguez going? Well, okay, when Stanton gets hurt, okay, fine, but you're taking his production out of the lineup anyway. It's not in addition to. So even that was really somewhat flawed. Glaber's been a 0. LeMahieu's been a less than 0. Rizzo been a 0. Same thing. Trevino, Wells. Wells has been a 0. Trevino, he's whatever. He's a good backup catcher. Yankees didn't build a good enough team, and they have proven yet again to be bullies. Now, can they right this thing? Of course. Plenty of time. And we did see this same team perform at a very high level for an extended period this year. So there is reason for hope and reason to believe that that can yet again be the case. But I've seen enough now to not trust them at all until we see what they do in October. That's how it is with the Yankees. They're held to higher standards. World Series or bust. You don't go get Juan Soto in addition to Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. You don't go get him or build those guys to be good in the regular season and flame out in the postseason. You don't get those guys to be bullies in the regular season and cowards in the postseason. And now we've seen a little bit of cowardness from the Yankees in the regular season. That has to be alarming for Yankee fans. Not panicking, not saying the team's going to miss the playoffs, not saying they can't be any good. Hey, look, they still a long season. You don't want to get to October now, and it's a good thing it's only June still. But as we approach July, as we approach the All-Star break and the trade deadline, the Yankees have major, major flaws that honestly cannot be fixed at one trade deadline. It cannot be fixed. They have to hope that the guys they have here, because you can't go get half a team at the trade deadline. First baseman, second baseman, third baseman, catcher, bench depth, starting pitching, bullpen. Like, you can't build a team at the trade deadline. So which is it? Do you need lineup help? Do you need another starter? Do you need bullpen help? I think the answer is all of the above, but they're not going to be able to add all of that. So how exactly are the Yankees going to fix this? They have to hope that they get healthy and then hope that Verdugo gets it turned around, that Trevino figures it out, that maybe Rizzo or LeMahieu, although, I mean, I don't know how anybody could hope, or even Glaber. I don't know how anybody could expect those guys to turn around or hope that those guys will turn around. They have to hope that that's the case because you can't. Yeah, good luck going to get Vladimir Guerrero. Like, that's going to change anything. The Yankees are bullies. Until proven otherwise, they're bullies. They're hitting their first little patch of adversity, and they're going the wrong way with it. It just wasn't the Mets' hot streak that kicked them in the teeth. Last night, again, non-competitive. 888-808-1019, the number on the fan. BT and Sal. BT is off. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Alex is in Stamford. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Sal. How are you? Thank you for taking the call.
How are you, Alex?
Good, man, good. And I'm glad you mentioned the trade deadline initially because that's the point I wanted to bring up. I called a little bit before, too, in terms of the closer and the catcher not too long ago, but obviously there's much bigger needs now. And I still am of the belief, I don't think, like you say, the Yankees are still, they're going to go through a patch, the long season. They're going to be able to have a swing where they get, say they win, 7 out of 14 games or better. But point being, though, I just want to, Cashman is known for sticking with guys too long. So in terms of LeMahieu and Torres, do you think that, is there any sort of value that they're going to trade, or is it going to be more prospects, instead of those guys?
What value do they have?
That's what I mean. It's
they don't have any value. So, and then, by the way, they traded a bunch of guys to get Soto. I mean, let's not make like the Yankees haven't given up a lot. And thank you for the call, Alex. Not sure what's going on there. But they gave up a lot in the offseason. Verdugo, Soto. Now, I'm not saying the Yankees don't have anything left. They refused to give up Spencer Jones for Corbin Burns. All right, fine. I would have went and gotten Corbin Burns, but they chose to keep Spencer Jones. I would highly doubt they're going to give up Spencer Jones in a trade now. But there's not one move that's going to fix the team. That's the bigger issue. So you could say, yeah, the trade deadline's there. Oh, we're going to give up guys. Let's say that Cashman's willing to give up some of the prospects. Where's the one player that's going to fix the Yankees? Do you really think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to fix this Yankees team? He's not. He's the exact part of the problem. Think about it. That type of player or that type of mentality, go get the star player, is what's gotten the Yankees in trouble in the first place. You build a team. You have to build a team. You don't need superstars everywhere. Build a team. They need 4 players on their infield. Catcher, first base, second base, third base. That's a lot. They don't have a DH currently. That's a lot. Their starters all of a sudden that was such a great strength are a major question mark. Rodon pitching over his head the first part of the season. Now coming crashing back down. Not even coming back down to earth a little bit. He's come crashing back down. How could you trust this guy every 5th day? Luis Gil starting to peter out. At least he's not crashing back down to earth, but he's coming down off of an extreme high. You'd hope that the addition of Garrett Cole into that rotation was going to level out some of the drop-off from Luis Gil. And that still may be the case. I do believe in Garrett Cole. I mean, look, if Garrett Cole's not pitching like an ace, the Yankees have no shot. I'm not talking about getting to the postseason because in today's day and age, if you're the Yankees, if you're the Mets with their payroll, there's no excuse for ever missing the postseason. None. The expanded playoffs, you get bad teams in the postseason. So there's no excuse why teams with that type of payroll should miss the playoffs. So the Yankees, at worst, should always be a playoff team. And I expect that they will be. But are they as good as the Orioles? No. I don't even know if it's close. Record-wise, sure. I don't even know if it's close. They've got major issues, not to mention the no-name bullpen. Even their best arm in the bullpen, I had reservations about with Clay Holmes. Sam is in Norwalk. What's up, Sam?
Hey, Sal. Good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for making it, Sam. How are you?
You're one of the best intros ever. I agree with you 100%, with the one exception that I did not trust this team in October. Sorry, you have more faith in them than I do.
Why
Because
don't?
I don't think they're
No, I never said I trusted them. I said, let's wait and see. Like the way when they're going great, I say the same thing. Let's see what happens in October. So when they're going poorly, I have to say, the same thing. Let's see what happens in October. However, the signs are there that they are still the bullies that I've always believed that they were, that they've proven to be. You get punched in the mouth, you have a glass jaw, you can't get up, you go run and hide. That's what the Yankees have done here.
Soto is a bust. I hate him. I just can't stand it.
Soto's a bust? Is that what you just said, Sam? I couldn't hear you. Broke up. I thought he said Soto was a bust. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Now, you want to talk about the idea to build a team? I'm not going to knock bringing in Juan Soto. Nobody would argue that. However, I did argue in the offseason that the Yankees did not do enough. And yet everybody was saying, Verdugo, Stroman, Soto, how's that not enough? Well, you're seeing how it's not enough. Relying on LeMahieu, relying on Stanton, relying on Rizzo, relying on Glaber. Austin Wells is going to hit 20, 25 home runs. Oh, wrong. Dominguez is coming back. By the way, Dominguez, a player who the Yankees were relying on, and we were all excited about, myself included, played 7 games. He's played 7 games. It's the same old stuff with the Yankees. It's all Aaron Judge. The difference now is it's not just all Aaron Judge. It's Judge and Soto. Okay, fine. Well, how are they ever going to lose with that lineup? I don't know. I mean, right now it looks like they can't compete with those two guys. Non-competitive. In their manager's words, getting their teeth kicked in. It'd be one thing if they hit a little bit of a losing streak here. The Yankees are getting pounded night in and night out. For a team that did the pounding for a long time, now are getting pounded. What has happened here? And you could talk about the excuses that you had with the Dodgers series. Well, no Juan Soto. Okay, fair enough. And the Yankees didn't look awful against the Dodgers, although they did get pounded 11-3 in one of those games. I mean, they lost 2 out of 3 and they got pounded in one of them, but no Soto. Okay, fine. They lose 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox and get kind of embarrassed. Well, not kind of. They get embarrassed on Sunday Night Baseball with the Red Sox running all over them. They lose 2 out of 3 to Baltimore, getting pounded along the way. They lose 2 out of 3 to Atlanta, getting pounded in one of those games. They get swept by the red-hot Mets. Now, I mean, the Mets, you got to give the Yankees a little break here because the Mets are the hottest team in baseball. They have the best record in June. So you figured, all right, maybe the Yankees ran into a buzzsaw. Still, it doesn't excuse the fact that they got pounded both nights. I don't care what the final score says of the first game. They were non-competitive 2 games against the Mets. Non-competitive. Yankees never really threatened. And then in Toronto, as Judge says, you know what? It happens 162 after getting swept by the Mets. It happens, no big deal. We move on to Toronto. That's a great thing about this sport. There's a game the next night. Before you could get home to enjoy the game, they're getting pounded.